Hello, this is Flurry Moon. Welcome back to my channel. You guys, I filmed this entire video. I did great. I looked great. I sounded great. I said everything I needed to say. It was great, if you will. I uploaded it to my computer. The footage was blurry. There was a fingerprint on my lens. The camera would not focus on me the whole time. I thought I could get away with it. I couldn't. So then I go to refilm this video. I'm like, you know what, it's okay. I go to pull up the Word document of the script just to have a reference. Script is gone. Nowhere to be seen. Not in my recycle bin. It's gone. It's gone. So, I don't think I need a script. I think I can do this. So if I'm a little crazy today, if I kind of sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, that's because I'm just raw dogging this video, you guys, okay? So we're just gonna get right into it. Today we're doing the most bizarre unidentified media mysteries that I could possibly find. Most of them are from you guys. There is one from the Lost Media Wiki subreddit, not subreddit, forums. It's gonna be a wild one, so get ready. Unidentified media basically consists of any piece of media that you have seen once or twice, you possibly remember some random details about it, maybe you even have the title of this movie, commercial, book, song, etc. But whatever you do, no matter how much you search on Google, and no matter how many people you ask, you cannot find any proof of this having ever existed to begin with. So let's get right into it. This one, I was just dying laughing when I read this comment initially. I knew I had to talk about it. Second of all, I didn't just want to talk about it, I wanted to find it. This comment is from one of you guys and it absolutely is hilarious. I will tell you, possible content warning. It's nothing crazy, it's just a bit vulgar. It's more just bizarre than anything, so let's just get right into it. Kilgrath Ya says, "Oh my god, I have been looking for a crudely drawn visual novel for the longest time. The art is awful and it's really vulgar humor. The plot is basically, you're a high school boy who has a crush on a lower grade girl, who's also your friend's sister. In the opening scene, you're late to school and run into her, strike up a conversation, and you have the option to, quote, whip out your Johnson, unquote, which instantly ends the game. I watched a YouTuber play it when I was a kid and remembered it a few months ago. Can't get it out of my head." So, everything about this is hilarious, and especially due to the fact that OP clarified after I responded that whip out your Johnson was the exact phrase used, which I really needed to know, first of all. This immediately caught my attention. However, I quickly realized just how hard this was going to be to find. I did a few Google searches and YouTube searches because OP mentioned that they saw this in a YouTube video. I did a few searches of vulgar visual novel game, whip out your Johnson visual novel game, and even comedy, poorly drawn visual novel game. You know what I mean? Like anything like that. I found a few really funny YouTube videos. At least I got that out of it, but nothing like what OP describes. I did ask them if they remember around the time they watched this video or even details about the YouTuber themselves who played it. So I got a response from OP and they said they remember watching this around 2015 to 2016, and they also provided a few YouTubers that it possibly could have been. They also said they remember it being a multi-part playthrough, but I just don't know what that means. I don't really watch YouTubers play games that much. I tried to look it up, but I'm stupid, so I couldn't figure it out. So that definitely helps a whole lot. So I'm getting this comment as I'm uploading this video, but hopefully after this is uploaded, we can figure out what this is. I am so excited. So that's where the search kind of ends right now. I'm hoping that possibly one of you guys remember this. I just think it's really funny. Like that is just so my humor, and I just assumed it was a comedy visual novel because of how insane it sounds. I would really, really, really love if any of you guys could comment below with any information. Moving on. This next one goes to show that even if you remember just about every detail of something that you saw on the internet, if the video has been taken down, there's not really much you can do after that. I'm not saying there's not anything you could do. I'm not saying it's impossible to recover a deleted video. It absolutely is, but it definitely makes it that much harder, especially when it's not from like a super popular YouTuber or something that tons of people are looking for. I don't know, you guys, I'm trying my best without my script. Let's just get right into it. Hikaru Likes Food 13 says, my personal lost media is a Buddy Holly Christmas parody. Yes, the song by Weezer. My brother showed it to me December of 2023. He memorized the whole song at one point, but a few days to a week after he showed it to me, it got deleted off of YouTube. It was called Jolly Holly. I think it was sung by a teenage boy, maybe? Some of the lyrics are, ooh, I look just like Holly Holly. Oh, and you're married and much more. I don't care what I get for this holiday. I don't care about that. I was trying to search for this song forever, especially recently. So if you'd feature this in a video just to get the word out maybe, I'd greatly appreciate it. So this one actually shocked me quite a bit because when I had first read this, I was waiting for them to say, I saw this back in 2007 or 2009 or something. Because I'm 23, I know I look like I'm 11, but I've been on YouTube since probably around the time it first came out. You can blame my older brother for that. I've been through it all, and one of the biggest phases of YouTube was parodies. Song parodies, music video parodies was like all the freaking rage, okay? I was totally expecting to hear even like 2012, you know? So I was shocked to hear that OP and their brother were obsessed with this video in the big year of 2023. Now, obviously, I know that doesn't necessarily mean that the video was posted in 2023. I would be shocked if that was the case, but you never know. However, we do know they were watching it in 2023. So I started my little search that never goes well. I did try to use the Wayback Machine since we know that this video was deleted. There's always that possibility that it was archived using the Wayback Machine. However, it's not likely when you don't have the URL to said deleted video. From what I understand, I'm not a Wayback Machine expert. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me how wrong I am. However, I did try to use the search bar on YouTube using the Wayback Machine and nothing would pop up. It's possible this video wasn't just on YouTube. So I went on Google using the before year trick. Nothing there. Oh my god, what are we drinking today? I have a black cherry latte from this morning that I made myself. I was drinking this in the previous recording of this video and I still have it. So I did respond to the original commenter asking if they remember anything about the channel that posted this video. I know they said it was most likely a teenage boy singing, but literally anything else, because who knows, maybe this was a really popular parody channel that maybe other people would recognize, but I have not received a response and honestly, I don't expect to. People have lives and aren't sitting by the computer waiting for Flurry Moon to ask them if they remember what YouTube channel they saw the Buddy Holly Christmas parody video on. So with that, if any of you guys find this familiar, or better yet, know the person who uploaded it in the first place, maybe they have a copy, I'd like to see this. I think it sounds really funny, and let's move on. I love a good flash game mystery, so let's just get right into this one. QOB2B says, I have my own lost media and it's pretty weird. So this was a girly flash game that I played once when I was a kid, so like early to mid 2010s, and it was about distracted driving. The only thing you could do in it is choose from multiple actions like texting, eating a burger, or painting your nails. And when you did that, you would crash. You could crash a few times until it would be game over. There was no gore or anything, I'm pretty sure. There was also no way to win. Like, I tried doing every action and all of them would lead to a crash, and just doing nothing, well, did nothing. I remember it being 2D and I found it in one of those websites with a bunch of random flash games. I've tried looking it up but didn't really find anything. Also, sorry if my English is bad, it's not my first language. So, this one, I think this one's really funny. I know I say that about literally everyone, but I really like this group of lost media topics today because What? Listen, I know like Flash games are and were weird, but I need answers on this one. Who created this? Why is it girly themed? Like, did the developers think girls were into unsafe driving? Is that a stereotype that girls are bad at driving? So I don't know, did they think that little girls would find this fun? Riveting gameplay? I have no idea. I want to know if there's a way to actually beat the game. Like, I know OP said like there's really nothing you can do. There's so much that I need answered here. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments if any of you remember this. Moving on. I would say about 50% of the comments I receive with your guys' lost media consist of commercials and ads. I said it last time and I'll say it again. I feel like commercials can be harder to find than a lot of other pieces of media because nobody really thinks to archive them as much. Now, there are tons of videos on YouTube specifically that are like Cartoon Network commercial break, and it's a good 30 to 40 minutes. And it's kind of interesting to watch, and it's a pretty good time capsule, I would say. But besides that and a few uploads of one really funny or iconic commercial that everyone remembers, there's not a lot of eyes on commercials because we only watch ads because we have to. That's just my take. Anyway, I'm doing a whole lot of yapping. Let's just continue yapping and get into the post. Tuzzy Biscuit says, I have a lost/unidentified commercial I've been asking about for a couple years and have made no progress finding anyone who remembers it. A live action ad showing a woman get out of her car, put a sign, like a sale or sold sign, in the yard, and as she walks back to her car, she is run over. I saw it twice. I believe it aired on Nick at Night during the Nanny, Home Improvement, George Lopez block, and would have been around 2009. It was very weird and jarring, and I have no idea what they were selling, but there was no gore. It seems like they were going for that 2000s shock ad vibe. Does anyone remember this? Please somebody remember it. I care less about finding it than I do just hearing that someone else even saw it. This one sounds like classic Nick at Night, like OP said, shock factor, weird ad. I feel like I can see this, you know what I mean? And I feel like I probably have seen it. Besides looking it up and seeing nobody talking about it, I just went to YouTube and sat through a ton of Nick at Night commercial breaks. Some that were 30 minutes, some that were 10 minutes, others that were 45 minutes. Sat through a lot of them, skimmed through a ton of them, did not see anything. However, that does not mean it doesn't exist and it isn't out there. So you guys heard OP, they're much more interested in hearing if anyone has even seen it. And honestly, I understand that. Sometimes you just need that confirmation that you're not effing insane, okay? I'm just wondering what it was actually promoting. I feel like it's always something random and it's never what you think. Let me know what you guys think. This next one was a bit of a last minute entry for me, but thank God I saw it. I didn't even know what the Furchester Hotel was. I'm sorry, am I about to like offend a bunch of people? But it's basically just the Muppets, I guess, just like living in a hotel. I don't really know. You don't need to know what it is to know that this is really effing funny and honestly kind of eerie. So let's get into it. Isabella Rivera 8900 says, seeing more and more of your videos made me remember that I have a lost media story of my own. My memory's really blurry, but here it is. Okay, I'm pretty young, but I remember this taking place in the mid-2010s. I was watching a compilation of the Furchester Hotel on YouTube while my mom was cooking. I suddenly look at the screen and I see the Count, the vampire, surrounded by snow and on his knees and pointing a gun. It seemed as if he was trying to aim for someone at a distance. I think I was distracted because I don't remember anything before that scene. That scared the heck out of me and I couldn't sleep well for like a year. I hope someone remembers this and I think it will be easier to find since I was watching YouTube. I also hope this gave someone a good chuckle. For me, it's now really funny. This one killed me. I just think it's so funny, and the fact that OP couldn't sleep good for a year. I I would love to know the backstory. Who created this? Was it animated? Was it the real count? Like, did someone get like a real Muppet to recreate this? Like, was it really him? Maybe the user thought it was the count, but it was actually a completely different like TV show that like YouTube just auto-played the next video. I have no idea, but I think this is so funny. I looked up some Furchester Hotel creepypastas, horror, comedy, I don't know, YouTube poop, like anything. And I found a few like edgy edits, I guess, but nothing to the extent of what OP was talking about. So I would love, love, love to hear if anyone knows what this is. I think this is crazy interesting. And like OP said, this was on YouTube, so I think there's a pretty good chance someone else has seen this. So let me know what you guys think. This might just be my favorite entry in this video because I don't know if you guys know, but I love Sonic. Me and my siblings love Sonic, specifically Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. I really, really, really want to do a whole video on the Chow Garden and all the details about the Chow Garden, all the lore, all the mysteries, and the mystery of why Sega won't add back the Chow Garden. I would literally take a full game of the Chow Garden. Anyway, but I don't know if any of you guys would be interested in that. That would probably be the biggest flop on my channel if I did it. I feel like it's so niche. Please comment below if you would like a whole video on the Chow Garden. I don't know if anyone would care. And like I mentioned before, I have been on YouTube since like 2006. I have been there for like all the eras. So this just feels so personal to me. And I wouldn't be surprised if me and my older brother came across this video back in the day. Anyway, let's get into it. SuplexMania8546 says, I'm happy the algorithm finally recommended your videos to me again. I just subscribed. Thank you. My personal lost media is this one really weird Sonic the Hedgehog animation on YouTube that my sister and I used to watch a bunch when we were kids. Despite watching it many times with my sister, I don't remember too many details since I would have seen it anywhere from 2007 to 2011, I think. We always just referred to it as Sonic Onion Rings. This could be the actual video title, but I could be misremembering. I think it was purposely poorly drawn, and Sonic was voiced to sound as annoying as possible. I think numerous times throughout the video, he would scream, "Onion rings!" One very specific scene I remember is that Sonic gets pulled over by a police officer, and for some reason, Sonic just starts aggressively singing "Mary Had a Little Lamb," and the officer was getting mad at him. I used to watch this on my parents' computer before we moved to a different town, which happened in June 2009, so this video should be from before June 2009 if I'm remembering correctly. I never got any replies from people on Reddit when I would post about it, except for one dude who DM'd me and said I wasn't crazy and that he remembered watching this video too at some point. I checked through many old Sonic videos both on here and sites like Newgrounds, so maybe it was not really as popular as I thought, unless I am just dumb and it has been easy to find this whole time. Okay, thank you. So, I really want to find this one. I was quick to figure out that this is another one that would be really hard to find for many different reasons. One being, every time I look up Sonic onion rings, no matter the year, I just get videos filled with Sonic the fast food chain and their onion rings. So there's that. When there is a video about Sonic the Hedgehog, it is about the ROM hack game Sonic XL, where Sonic's rings are replaced with onion rings, which make him fat. So there's that. I'm like, okay. Now, I'm well aware that the video probably isn't even called Sonic Onion Rings, so I did another search based off the second half of the video, which includes Sonic getting pulled over by the cop and singing "Mary Had a Little Lamb," and I had even worse luck with that method. So I'm gonna keep looking. I will let you guys know if I find anything relevant at all. I found a few videos that were kind of like the art style I was picturing in my head, like that kind of like poorly drawn vibe, but the fact that somebody told OP that they aren't crazy and that they remember this video too gives me a ton of hope, honestly, that this is not just some fever dream. Even if I didn't hear that, I believe it. It isn't that crazy, and YouTube was filled with weird stuff like this back in the day anyway. So please, 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 somebody comment about this video. I'm obsessed. Anyway, moving on. And the last entry of this video is definitely the most bizarre story in this video, maybe one of the weirder cases that I've ever talked about, and I was shocked to see that this got like 1 comment on the Lost Media Wiki forums. This is actually the only story we will be talking about today that didn't come from my comments. I always love to do a little curveball and talk about something either from Reddit or the forums. I do have to give a little bit of a warning though. I guess it is kind of graphic, kind of. It's kind of gross, and I guess, would I even call it toilet humor? I don't even know what to call this. Ass humor? I don't know, but it's a lot. But it's more funny and silly than anything, but I guess I'm just trying to give some kind of warning. I feel like it's appropriate. Let's get into it. Illustrious08 on the Lost Media Wiki forums says, "This is my first time posting on here, so I'm sorry if I make any mistakes. This post is going to sound completely made up, but I swear that I saw this ad. Between the years 2010 and 2013, when I was watching Nicktoons or possibly the main Nickelodeon channel, I saw a 3D animation of a flesh-colored character stepping into the frame, possibly waving at the viewer, turning around and bending over to show his ass to the camera. And then he puts his hands in between it and starts to pull something out of it? ? The only other thing I remember from this short is that the character might have had some weird orange stuff in between his ass as well, but I can't really remember. Since I was still pretty young when I saw this, the short freaked me out a bit, and this is why I remember it so well. I can also recall seeing it a second time when my brother had his friend over, but I went out of the room during it, and that was the last time I saw it. I should mention that I live in Ireland, so this was most likely something that was created for the UK or Ireland feed of either channels to be aired between shows. The closest thing I've seen was a series of interstitials called The Ukes, featuring a similar character to the one I described in this post, but these were phased out before I started watching the channel. I've already tried looking through compilations of ad breaks on YouTube from the UK/Ireland feed of both Nicktoons and Nickelodeon, but there's only a small handful of them, plus there's a lot of fake ones too, so I don't think I'll be able to find it on YouTube myself. I tried talking to my siblings and friends about the short, but they all think I'm making it up or that I was dreaming. But I know for a fact that this is a real thing I saw on TV. So if any of you know what I'm talking about, then please let me know, because this has been driving me crazy for years. How we doing after that one, you guys? And I almost didn't talk about this one because I was like, this one is so effing weird. But at the same time, if no one else is gonna bring attention to it, I guess I'll do it. I guess I'll step up, shine light on this very interesting story. Honestly, it is so bizarre to me that if this is real, this aired on Nickelodeon or Nicktoons or during a commercial break of one of those. Okay, before we talk about anything else about this, we have to talk about the photo OP attached of something that resembles the figure they remember, and oh my god. It can stay lost. Honestly, if I were OP watching that as a child, I'd run out of the room too, because what? I watched a lot of Nickelodeon during this time. I think they said 2010, 2013 or something. However, I'm in the US, so I don't know if this was something that was only aired in the UK area, like OP said. I have no idea. I don't remember anything like this. I do, however, feel like that figure kind of looks familiar, but it also just looks like SpongeBob, so I don't know. I know that this could be fake, obviously, and any of these could be fake, right? But I just like to believe these because on the off chance that it is true, I want to help find it, and I want to be the one to say I believed it, because there were bitches in my ear saying, everyone knows that is fake. They're never gonna find it, it's fake. I don't care if it's fake. Hey, guess what? I don't care if it's fake. I want Carl92 or whatever bitch ass who faked this song to make the song. I don't care. I don't care who made it. I don't care if this is fake Lost Media to promote a song. I don't care. Give me the song. And it was real. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys remember this, but also I'm leaving this one up to you guys. I want nothing to do with it anymore. It scares me. It's creepy. I want it found, but at the same time, if it stays lost, I'm not upset about it. I am not upset about it. Anyway, that's about it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was okay. I tried my best without my script. I'm pretty sure I said everything I needed to say. I don't necessarily read off of a script like one by one, but it gives me like an outline of what I need to talk about. So if I missed anything, I'm so sorry. I will really try to make sure my Word document doesn't fly away this time. I don't know, I've just had one of those days, a bad luck day, I guess. So if you want more of my stupid face, subscribe to Flurry Sun, which is my new second channel. It's kind of for vlogs, kind of sit down videos of just me doing whatever. Maybe some gaming videos. Let me know if you guys would like to see me play some really bad visual novel games. Maybe we can find that first entry. Yeah, I definitely won't be posting on it every single week like I do on here. I would like to continue posting weekly on Flurry Moon for as literally long as possible. So don't worry, it's not gonna affect anything we do over here. It's just gonna be every few weeks, every couple weeks, every once in a while, do a fun little video that's more chill and personal. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I love you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye!